Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. This is Snacktorio, the premise of which is kind of wacky. Let me try and break it down for you. This is an automation game. It's a factory builder, but it's kind of like no other factory builder that I have ever played. Let's jump into the world. As ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun along the way. Okay, so this is all provided for us at the start of the game. It is worth noting that this is a pre-publication build of the game, so, you know, things may change. But anyway, let me try and explain what's going on. So we play as this little goblin in this gorgeous sort of little 2D world. There's a bunch of infrastructure that is already down on the screen. We've got a whole bunch of sort of equipment up here. We've got a big sort of inventory in there. We can utilize some scaffolding to get around places if indeed we need to. Now, what we need to do, the aim of the game is very, very simple. We need to stop the all-consuming void from destroying our happy little goblin world. How do we do that? Well, it's very, very simple. We need to feed the beast. Quite literally. So hungry, I need soup. Okay, new order available, sanguine soup, 10 portions per minute. We can just about handle that. Cool. Okay, we got our little order up in the top left-hand corner. We got our little robot friend who is going to help us with a few things, but we don't need to worry about that right now. And yeah, we just basically need to get preparing. Now, of course, the way that we go about feeding this monster, this horrific, ugly monster, void monster, is by automating a factory, and that is surprisingly cool. Let me say that. So there's a lot of infrastructure that already exists here. I will touch on it very, very briefly. This is our sous chef, which is quite a good play on words. Anyway, we don't really need to worry about what you're going to say. There is a very sort of like little sort of production here. This just gives us 3 very, very important components that we're going to be utilizing for everything: fluid pipes, item pipes, and also wire. Basically, you know, the building blocks required to build anything. Anyway, so that's infrastructure that we've got over there. We also have power infrastructure. I will touch on that very, very briefly. It is kind of important. We've got power infrastructure. The way that ores work in this game, all ore sources, as far as I'm aware, are completely unlimited. We have like a little automated mining setup over here. We'll talk about the specific machines in just a second. I would like, however, to see if we can at least try and get the first part of the cooking process set up so that I can highlight exactly what the heck is going on. I'm also going to link up this power grid to this power grid for reasons which will become clear very, very shortly indeed. So, build a little platform out over here because I don't particularly want to go swimming every time I cross this little divide. Yeah. So what have we got? What have we got going on here? Well, this is a pretty familiar sight if you're going to be playing this game. We have a variety of equipment and a variety of examples of different types of equipment. First of all, we've got the wires. The wires are going to be the sort of bread and butter. They're going to allow us to do pretty much everything that we need to do. The wires plug into this thing over here. This is a harvester. It uses 1 FVPS. 1, I don't know, ferrovolt per second? Who the heck knows? It uses 1 power per second. It is a harvester. It harvests whatever is underneath it. And oh, look, that is the tomato plant. I want to actually have a little look. Yeah, we can see the recipe for the sanguine soup here. We're going to be referencing this from time to time. It's not a super complicated recipe. There are other recipes. It doesn't particularly matter right now. Anyway, what we need to do is we need tomatoes, we need bay leaves, and we need nutmeg. We need to prepare the tomato sauce by blending tomato and bay leaf. That is the first part of the puzzle, and we've already kind of solved at least half of the first part by automatically harvesting this tomato plant, and we're gonna set up automatic harvesting of the bay leaf plant in just a second. We've already got a little bit of a blender right over here. Cool. So, how does all this sort of automating work? How do all the machines work? Well, I'll tell you. That's kind of where these little imp cages come into play. I don't really understand why the sort of gating mechanic in this game is imps. It doesn't particularly matter to me. There are a variety of these little things sort of like around the map. Watch this number as I smash this imp cage with my hammer. Boom. a bunch of little imps spawn into the world, and oh, suddenly, look, we've got 13 little imps that are following us around wherever we go. So, these are the guys that enable the automation of machines. So, what I can do is I can get a blueprint right over here, and we can place it down, and we can see at a glance all of the different types of machines that we have access to. And you can also see the amount of imps that they are going to cost, that it's going to cost me in order to run it. So for example, we're going to deploy the harvester right over here. That is the bay leaf plant. As we know, we need a tomato and we need a bay leaf in order to make the sauce, which we will do. The harvester should be working. There we go. Look at that. It is actually sucking up the bay leaves. We may need a little bit more power, but that's fine. Okay. So, at this point in time, we are harvesting the tomatoes. We've got 26 tomatoes in the harvester. We've got a few bay leaves coming into the harvester. What's next? Well, let's chat about moving resources around. How do we do that? Item pipes, primarily. If it's a solid item, then we use an item pipe to move things around. The item pipe can be configured by utilizing the wrench. We can change the sort of symbols on the different corners and the different meeting points. We can add them pretty much anywhere. We can also change whether or not there is an input or an output on the pipe. Blue is input, orange is output. So we want this to be an output, and we want this to be an output as well. And suddenly, look at that, bay leaves and tomatoes are coming through. Fantastic. Let's link this up to here. As we know, the next stage in the process is a blender. That is exactly what we need. That is quite literally exactly what we need. And we are going to be making a tomato sauce recipe just like that. Very, very happy. We should see all of our ingredients come into the machine momentarily. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends, please, video game. Please work. Cool. All right. The blender activates. 90% complete. Boom. Tomato sauce tank. We actually have legitimately a sauce tank full, or, well, filling of tomato sauce. Now, if it's a liquid, we need a fluid pipe. Very, very simple. Fluid pipe is moved in the fluid pipe. Items are moved in the item pipe. So far, so good, right? Okay, let's have a little look at our sanguine soup recipe again, shall we? Prepare the tomato sauce. We've done that. Next thing, we need to chef-o-matic the sauce with nutmeg and extra bay leaf into the sanguine soup, then serve. Okay, so nutmeg is a little bit of a, I don't want to say hard to come by resource. It's not a particularly hard to come by resource. It is a resource that we can find down in the depths of the mine down here. You'll note, by the way, that there's a bunch of additional imp cages. There's also, like, some pretty messed up stuff down here. So there's iron ore. That's not particularly messed up. There's nutmeg down here, which is nice. There's also flipping, I think this is actually hot oil. So I presume that this is going to be sort of like a cooking ingredient at some point. Doesn't particularly matter. Let's get this all tidied away here. There we go. I'm actually going to leave... I'll actually leave that plant there for a very specific reason, which will become clear in just a second. Let's get this. Remember what I said about each and every resource in the world being... or each and every ore type being completely forever? That's exactly the phrase that I wanted to use. Perpetual. That's not the word I'm looking for. But I'm tired, so that's gonna do. Anyway, where did all my little goblins go? Come back, guys. Come back. Okay, come down here. Come down here. There we go. Okay. Anyway. Right, so what do we need to do down here? We need to do a couple of different things. First of all, I could just manually put this nutmeg into the machine. That is far too basic for me. I'm going to get a miner, and this miner is going to mine nutmeg. Target is nutmeg. Very, very simple. I'm going to take this out here, and we're going to yoink that in there. Now, I don't actually think that we have enough power. If we hover over the wire, we can see 12 volts in and 13 volts out. We're going to need to expand our power supply. That's not necessarily a problem. But whilst I'm here, I'm actually going to nab a harvester as well. We're going to link that up to here, and I'm going to set up our outputs as if... There we go. Perfect. We're going to set up our output as if we had power. Right, so you're going to harvest... You're going to harvest that. You're going to harvest nutmeg. Excellent. And we'll just come all the way up here. Beautiful. And hopefully recover some of our imps along the way. And we'll just take this up. We'll just leave it here for now. That'll probably be fine. Let's go and expand our power setup. Our power setup can be expanded very, very simply. And in fact, there's actually ample opportunities for us to do so over here. It is super, super, super simple. We'll just get ourselves some more blueprints. We'll get ourselves another miner over here. We'll get ourselves a furnace. Furnace is a generator, basically. We'll get ourselves some pipes in the middle there, and we'll set them to be, you know, single directional. And I think we'll actually just put some cable in between there. And so now, if we hover over here, 20 volts in, 16 volts out. It's literally just that simple. So far, so good. Okay, let's take a little gander back over here. We can see some bay leaves coming through. That's grand. Very happy about that. Let's see if we can check out that next stage of the process. So, Chef-O-Matic the tomato sauce with nutmeg and extra bay leaf into the soup and then serve. Okay, I guess here is where we're going to be. I guess here is where we're going to be transforming our soup. Let's get a Chef-O-Matic. Chef-O-Matic is this bit of kit, and we'll set that to be an input, and then we will connect up the fluid pipe. Beautiful, and it should really be that simple. Except, of course, power needs to be connected. That's fine. We'll sort out the power. Have we got nutmeg coming up? We do indeed have nutmeg coming up. Clearly, the power has made it all the way down to the bottom of the world. Happy, happy days. It costs more, by the way. It costs... Yeah, it costs three imps for a Chef-O-Matic. Just something that we want to consider. Either way, select the recipe, sanguine soup. No, whatever. Wrong ingredients. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, we're making ourselves some pretty sanguine soup. I am not too displeased with that at all. Let's see if we can try and go and feed it to this this monster up here. And even the way that we feed resources to the monster is pretty kind of unique. Right. So I'll connect that pipe over there. And then we'll go and chat about what the heck this thing is. So this is a delivery cannon. We quite literally, like, shoot the food at the monster. That's kind of how it happens. I don't know what more to say. That's kind of how it happens. Anyway, that's a basic synopsis of how the game operates. There's obviously like a bunch of additional machines that I haven't really looked at. Fabricators, delivery cannon, that's the delivery cannon over there. A sorter, pretty self-explanatory. Chef-O-Matic, we've used that. Storage box, a tank, also pretty self-explanatory. Harvester, we've utilized. Furnace, we've utilized. Miner, we've used. Oven, it bakes things. And a blender. We've used that as well. So yeah, pretty darn cool. Pretty wide array of kitchen materials and kitchen utensils. There's a few of these cookbooks and whatnot that I'm going to explore in a little bit, but let's see if we can try and get this satisfied. What did you need? You needed 10 per minute. I mean, honestly, like, I think that's very, very doable. That's an imp. That's my imp. I don't know how an imp got in there. Hey, look at that. Maintain for 5 minutes. Okay, I think we can do that. The problem is, do we have enough tomato sauce? I mean, I did backlog, like, a pretty considerable amount of tomato sauce. I've got loads of tomato sauce. Why am I worried? Is that going down, though? No, it's at a perfect level. It's an absolutely perfect level. This is great. If anything, we maybe need a little bit more nutmeg. Although, honestly, I mean, it seems pretty good. It seems pretty consistent. It seems really, really consistent. Let's take this opportunity to go and sort out our power situation. Let's also take an opportunity to look at all of the different handbooks here. We've got the, what is this? The engineer's handbook. It shows us about shows us all of the information with regards to machines, tools, wires, utilities, pipes, routing, storage tank, furnace, miner, harvester, fabricator, and the oven. We pretty much talked about all of them already. The blender, the sorter, the chef-o-matic, the delivery cannon. The void manipulator is the only thing that we haven't really talked about. I can go and have a little look at a void manipulator, which we do have in the world. I don't really understand how it works, to be honest. If I step on this, I am going to die, so I don't really want to do that. Void unstable, reconfiguration of cores. Void sludge. It doesn't actually do anything. There is a recipe for slime, but apparently we don't have it. Can I... What do I need to do here? This is a little puzzle thing. I mean, I don't mind puzzles. That seems like a pretty, like, stable configuration of the void. Stable configuration. I configured it safely. There you go. Apparently, I'm a master void configurator. If I remove that, then we can maybe make some slime. Hey, look at that. We're making slime. I don't know what we're going to use it for, but I fixed the slime situation, apparently. Right, so let's do some more. Miner, furnace, excellent, pipe, cable, and one of these. I can already tell that my inventory is going to get absolutely outrageously messy. That's okay, though. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Input, output. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I think we're maintaining a good rate anyway. I think we're maintaining a good rate. Okay, sanguine soup looks good. Looks good. Looks like it's coming. Looks like it's coming. It's nice. 12 out of 10 portions a minute. That's very, very, very nice indeed. Okay, so that's the engineer's handbook. We've gone over that. We've got a goblin cookbook. We've already looked at this one, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, ingredients, machines, preparation, serving up. We've already, like, chatted about that. The sanguine soup, the starters, that's fine. And then we've got, like, the Nominomicon, which is an excellent play on words. Like, just a truly fantastic play on words. Yep, feeding time, excellent. Witchelin stars, truly unbelievably creative. And then we've got Jammy Volvar, an easygoing beast who likes simple and hearty recipes that anyone can cook. Infamous in many goblin circles for attempting to remove happy nuggets from the Culinexus cafeteria, a sin not quickly forgotten. What the heck is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, let's remove all of this. We don't need to worry about any of these now. We've actually just managed. We've just managed. Check progress. Yep. You can view the progress. Even then, the beast's appetites are endless. You'll need to provide that indefinitely. That's fine. That's fine. We have 30 seconds left. That's okay. So yeah, we can mine out stuff in the world. We can destroy these trees, these resin trees, if we need to. There's nothing else too major. We can die if we go into the void, or if we have a significant amount of fall damage. Looks like we're mining, what is this, sand? So yeah, we're mining sand. We're heating sand to make, I presume, glass. I've got to presume it's glass, and then we're also like baking resin to make other resin. I don't know, what, a rubber maybe. Whatever the case, that is allowing us to make our fluid pipes, our wires, and our item pipes. Right, you want a chance? Garcon would like a word. Send soup. Where's Garcon? Where's Garcon? Alright, I think I've done it. I needed to click on this guy. I needed to click on this guy a little bit more, apparently. The word from the robot wasn't enough of an instruction as to where I should be progressing next. Anyway, I did die a couple of times in my pursuit to try and find this individual, but I think you should be down here. There we go. Look at you. And there's all my stuff as well. Fantastic. Good stuff indeed. So hungry. What do you need, matey? I must consume pasta. Penne aranchinata. Okay. Let's have a little look at what you need. Oh my giddy aunt. This is quite a confusing recipe. So, tomato, bay leaf, we need bones, void manipulation, we need spider eggs, also formed from void manipulation, and we need water. So we need to grind the bones into bone flour and mix the spider eggs with pasta dough. Pasta dough presumably is... Pasta dough is something else. Pasta dough is something else. Okay, we'll worry about that in just a second. So, what can we actually make down here? There's a little void manipulation sort of station over here, if I'm not mistaken. There's a little bit of a void manipulator. What do we got here? Yeah, I would like to check this out. We need to reconfigure. We need to reconfigure to make bones. That would be good. Let's make that good. Stable configuration. Well, that's okay. There we go. Okay, I'll take that out. Take the sludge out, and suddenly we're able to make bones. Okay, what did I check? What did I say that the recipe was? Okay, we need to grind bones into bone flour and then mix. Okay, do we have the capability to make our own power down here? That's one of the most important questions that I think we should probably be asking at the moment. We can't build there. We're going to have to build up and around. There we go. Destroy that. Destroy that. I'm going to need to do a recon mission for more ingredients because I'm pretty low. But that's fine. You need me to check progress? That's okay. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of things that we need to get done. Right. Let's go and fill up on resources, and let's also see if we can try and check out the location of, there we go, another one of these. Now, can I... There we go. I can get rid of that. We can get rid, or we can make this, should I say, configured to work properly. That's going to need to go up there. That's going to need to go up there. That can go over there. That can go over there. Where the heck does this connect? I guess it just doesn't? Oh, well. Okay, that's looking pretty good. You can go over here. You can go over there. Happy, happy days. This is an unstable configuration, apparently. That is a stable configuration. Well, we've fixed it. That's good, and that's good too. It's all part of like one network now, though, so I don't actually think that that's necessarily what we want to be doing, but I don't think it really matters. Right, give me the spider eggs over there. Take that out. Fine. Let's get ourselves a pipe. Come down there, and that's going to export the pipes for us. Right, let's go and do a little material run. And we need to scout some coal as well. Unless I want to be getting power. This is not a very convenient way to do things, Potato, is it? I actually think that going over is perhaps a little bit... Let's actually smash this crate. We're probably going to need him. Yeah, I think going over is maybe a little bit of an inconvenience. We'll probably try and go through the bottom of the world here. But I'll yoink all of this for now. That should give us plenty. Oh yeah, 800, 900, or 800, 700, and 700. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. This is looking good. Can I yoink this power? I kind of feel like I want to take the power, but there's also like a brand new power source over here, and like we're really, really close to it. So this seems like an absolute no-brainer. We need more goblins. Right, let's maybe not go too crazy for now. Let's get a bunch. 3 is fine. Input, outputs. Yeah, we can slide through the middle there. There is a power cable going over here. I can manually feed... I can manually feed this, although we might as well keep it on two sort of separate networks. There we go. Don't know why I did that, but I did. Put it into the miner as opposed to putting it into the furnace directly. Doesn't particularly matter, though. Let's grab our wrench. Up, up, up. Looking good. Okay. So, let's get some of these coming down here. What do we do with the spider's eggs? Need to check again. Right. Mix the spider eggs with the pasta dough. What do I do for the pasta dough? That's the real question. Pasta dough? Polpette de slime. Fresh pasta dough ready to extrude into shapes. And that's not in the cookbook, though. That's just not in the cookbook. Like, how can you tell me it's a recipe book and then just not actually... Pasta mixer. Pasta mixers. Pasta template can be picked from the machine's menu. Right? Let's see if we can try and make a pasta mixer then. Okay, so the mixer needs to go in here. So the mixer needs to mix pasta dough, which is... Oh, is that the ground bone dust? Oh, that makes pasta dough. Okay, well that explains things. I don't know how we get spider's eggs from bone dust and... It seems like a pretty disgusting type of pasta, if I'm being brutally honest. Either way. Let's bring it down, actually. Let's bring it down. Let's see if we can do our cooking down here. No, don't go up there. That's fine. That's fine. That can go in there. Get a mixer. These are both going to be on inputs, obviously, because why would they be on outputs? Pasta dough, excellent. We are going to bring down a cable. Hold on, do I need to grind first? Yeah, I need to grind, don't I? That's fine. There we go. Grinder right in the center here. This is the grinder, I think. Let me just double check so I'm not like making a completely incorrect. I would have been using the completely incorrect thingy. There we go. That's the grinder that we need. Then let's process that into an input. Put that in there. Grinder, throw all those in there. No power to work. Don't worry about it. Take that all out of there. And they're all in there anyway. That's fine. Let's bring the power down. Okay. The power should be up here. Bring it down behind the pipes. You know, I would be concerned about the fact that I need to be using these. There we go. I would be concerned about the fact that I'm using a lot of pipes and then not putting them in the correct place. But, I mean, who cares? I have 762, which I think is going to suit me just fine. Same with the item pipes. Either way, pasta dough is officially made. Excellent. Okay, pasta dough is great. Prepare the tomato sauce. The tomato sauce, I actually think we've got a bay leaf literally right here. I don't think we have any pasta sauce coming, though, do we? That's an input as well. That needs to be... There we go. Can I bring pasta down from up top? I suspect I probably can. I think pasta plants can only grow on... Yeah, they can only grow on, like, green... On greenery. Which, you know, is fine. Let's go harvester. There we go. You need power to work. I can take power down. I mean, we have no other option, do we? And I can go down the ladder. Nice. And take power. And we'll take pipes. And we'll take power. That is power. Pasta sauce is going to be made by executive decree. Is going to be made over here. So, the pasta sauce recipe is... Pasta sauce is blending the bay leaves and the... It's that one, isn't it? I think it's that one, yeah. Blend, bay leaves, pasta sauce. Excellent. You're going to need to make sure you're harvested, but we don't actually have any elves, or whatever the heck they're called. That's what I need. What are those guys? I'll get these guys. That's fine. I should probably start whacking some more boxes, because there's definitely a real need for them. Right. Harvest. Power. Thought I ran out of power cables for just a second there. But no, I still have another 679. Right. You're harvesting. You're going to go in there. That is, of course, an output. I don't know why that keeps wanting to be an input. It's fine. That's looking good. Tomato sauce, pasta sauce. That is great. That's sorted. Right. Use the pasta maker with the pasta dough to form the raw penny. Okay. Next stage. We're just making loads and loads of pasta dough here. Right. I think that is a... Yeah. It's good. Let's do the form maker, I think it's called. Is it called a form maker? And that sounds very... Pasta maker. Pasta maker, then boil with water. Fine. We should have battery up and running. Let's go... Was it penny extruder? This is penny, yeah. So we probably should use the penny extruder. Okay. And then, of course, we configure that to actually work as an input. And then we move to a boiler, which is this one. That becomes... That's an absolute nightmare and a terrible idea. That's an absolutely... Just a disastrously bad idea, Potato. I mean, literally the worst idea that I think you've ever had. Boiler over there. Fine. Configure that. Make that the input. Happy days. Right, are we okay for power? 12 volts in, 12 volts out. You need water. Yeah, you definitely need water, and we also just definitely need more power. Yeah, that's not super hot. That is not super hot. Let's go and see if we can try and get ourselves a pump. There is water, like, very, very nearby up here. The only problem is that I need to nab some... Why is my tomato plant not sending tomatoes down? Let's go and have a little look. What's the issue here? It's set as an input. I mean, honestly. I think this thing can literally only output. So, I don't know why that needs to be the case, but... Hey-ho. I need to do a little exploratory mission to try and get these guys to come join me. It's pretty important. Make sure they don't lose me on the way down. I need as many of the 14 as I possibly can get. A little bit more power that we can set up over here, and honestly, pretty decent place to do it. Let's make that happen. Miner, miner, miner. Furnace, furnace, furnace. Pipe, pipe, pipe. Power, power, power. Direction, direction, direction. Mine, mine, mine. Furnace. It works. Beautiful. Okay, let's plug that into the existing infrastructure that we've got, which I definitely don't care to fix. Now, water, I think, is going to be a little bit funky, right? But it shouldn't be too difficult. We just need to get one of these, and we need to get one of these, and we need to make sure that it's linked up to power. It shouldn't be too difficult. We need to make sure that it's pumping water. It is. We need to connect it up to a fluid pipe. And then it should work. let's just take it down to the appropriate level. There we go. That's fine. And fluid pipe all the way down to the boiler. The tomatoes are actually starting to come, which is great. And that should go in there. Hey, 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 look at that. We're actually boiling the... We're boiling the penne. Okay, let's check on the recipe. Use the chef-o-matic, cooked penne, and more bay leaf. Okay, the bay leaf is maybe the only legitimate problem in this whole sort of situation. Although if I take some of these seeds... I don't know, can I replant these? I totally can. Well, that solves my problem pretty much perfectly. Right, you're getting the penne. That's looking nice. The only problem is I'm a little bit jammed for space here. I'm a little bit jammed for space, and I haven't really considered how that's gonna work. Because I need to get... I suppose I could do some, like, sorting system or something. But, I mean, that sounds awfully complicated and not super worthwhile. Yeah. I might have to do a sorter. I might have to do a sorter somewhere. If indeed I have it. Yeah, I do. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so we can set different different directions for things here. We just need to combine, right? We need a chef-o-matic. Let's build backwards. Let's build backwards. We got a chef-o-matic up here. There we go. Chef-o-matic there. The recipe is penne aranciniata. The input of pasta sauce. The input of pasta sauce is fairly simple. In fact, we should do it over here. There we go, so that we're not, like, wasting space. I don't think there's, like, a bridge. The bay leaf is actually kind of easy, too. Let's get harvester here. Power. Oops, there we go. That's fine. Yoink that in there. Of course, it's an output. Why do you manage to guess that wrong every time, video game? Okay, and then we'll get ourselves a delivery cannon right there. That's set at the input level. That's good, and now we only need to get... Now we literally need to get this penny to there. Now that could potentially be a problem. Let me see if I can throw... Let me see if I can throw this in here. Sorter, excellent. It actually doesn't use any goblins, which is completely fine. Can I configure you? Tomatoes? No, I want you to be going at the other side. Oh, the tomatoes need to be going that side. Yeah, tomatoes need to be going at that side. And then we need to get fresh penne to go up. Beautiful. Okay. And then all we need to do, as complicated as it looks, merge that in there. Set all of that to go in that direction. Believe it or not, I actually think that that is going to work. I think it is going to work. As soon as we connect it up to the power grid. There we go. Look at that. Penne aranciniata. Beautiful. And we have plenty. We have plenty more where that came from, buddy. Let's see if the delivery cannon system works. How many do we need? 10 per minute? I think it's very doable. The only question is, can we sustain that level? I think we can. I think it's eminently doable. It is absolutely eminently doable. It's not a very organized setup, I know. But you know what? I like to think that this is a showpiece rather than a rather than a specific guide to, you know, hardcore optimization. Either way, I'm gonna wait until you get your 10 bits of pasta. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, maintain for 5 minutes. We're not going to do that. We're going to wrap things up. Ladies and gents, this is SnackTorio. This is great. This is absolutely great. I am super here for this. We barely scratched the flipping surface. I mean, just look at all these options. Look at all these options. There's so many more different recipes. There's so many different, there's different orders. There's different beasts. There's Michelin star. I mean, honestly, I am so unbelievably hyped to see what the heck this has. I mean, monster lasagna, polpette de slime. I mean, that uses oil as an ingredient. I mean, there's a fryer, the boiler, the pasta. I mean, all of this stuff. I am super duper here for it. SnackTorio, ladies and gents. Check out the demo. I think it'll be up at the time this video goes up. Don't quote me on that. But there will be a demo at some point soon. Check it out. Play it for yourself. Consider wishlisting the game. Support the developer. Let them know that you are indeed interested in their title. I'm interested in this one. I'm going to be following this one. I'm going to be playing it more. I can't wait. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I'll catch you next time.